Hi everyone! How are you guys doing? I'm so excited that you've come onto our online platform so that you can get an understanding of what we're going to be going over this week. So, I'm very excited because we are going to be starting a new unit, and our first lesson plan is about the life cycle of a plant. So, we are going to be learning about how plants grow. This is super exciting because plants are everywhere, right? And they're super pretty. So, our first thing we are going to look at is we are going to read a book. You guys know how much I love to read, so here I've linked the video for you so that you can go on, read the book at home, and if you have any questions, you can come to class ready to ask them. Also, take the time to look at the illustrations and have, maybe some thoughts about what you thought the book was pretty, or did it tell you all about plant life? Next, we're going to go over some vocabulary overview. Here, I've listed 4 words that I want you to read, think about, and come to class ready to learn about. The first are roots. The second is soil. The third is leaves. And the fourth is sprouting. So the image there that I've put is actually a plant that is sprouting and started just as one little plant and is expanding as it grows. So these vocabulary words are just 4 of the few words that we're going to be going over, but I just wanted you guys to get introduced, okay? Now, this is the life cycle of a plant step by step. This is going to be the main point of our lesson plan, and I just wanted you guys to get introduced. Don't feel overwhelmed because we will go over this again in class way more in depth. But you'll see on the right-hand side that I've added an image of the step-by-step life cycle, and on the other side, the left-hand side, I've listed it in writing. So let's go over it. The first is our seed. It starts as a seed, goes into the soil, and adds some water. Sunlight is also there. Second, the seed begins to grow and seedling occurs. So you'll see this here in my photo where the seed is actually gaining roots. And that's our third step. The seed begins to grow roots and is going to pop up above the surface. Our fourth step is that the plant will continue to grow and it will have leaves, maybe fruit, even flowers. So many different plants, but we're going to be going over the 4 main steps that happen during our life cycle of plants, okay? So take some time to look over this and come to class ready to learn about this a little bit more in depth. All right, next is a seed to plant video. I wanted you guys to also look at something and see some images that are attached to this. After you watch this video, I want you to answer these 3 questions, and if you still are not understanding, maybe ask somebody at home. The first question is going to be, do all living things have a life cycle? The second question is, what did the seed need to grow? Our third question is, what is pollen? So, take some time, watch the video, and maybe write down your answers and come to class ready to go over it. Next are some of my favorite plants. I always think it's very fun to choose plants that maybe make you feel happy and are pretty, so here are my top 3. My first is a snake plant, which kind of has lines similar to a snake, if you guys see there. And one cool thing about a snake plant is that it absorbs an excessive amount of carbon monoxide, and which releases all the oxygen in the air for us to breathe. Very cool. The second is a nerve plant, which I find very pretty because it has those striking white or sometimes even pink veins that stand out right amongst the leaves. And the third is wildflowers. These are pretty because they actually are not intentionally planted or seeded, and they just grow sporadically within the land. So take a peek and look at my 3, and when you come to class tomorrow, maybe have one in mind that's your favorite, and we'll see if other kids in the class have the same. If you can't think of one, maybe ask somebody at home. All right, exciting. We will be actually planting our own plants at the end of this lesson. So I wanted to go over a step-by-step so you guys had an idea and you feel confident coming into the lesson plan tomorrow, because I might not be able to help you all one-on-one. So please go over these steps and ask your parents or feel comfortable to come to me with any questions. So I will have each of your guys' pot labeled with your name on it. You're gonna, at the end of the lesson plan, you'll be given your pot. The first step is going to be filling our pot with soil. You'll see here in our first image where you can also see that. Step 2 is we're going to dig little holes. You can use your fingers, and you're going to put little holes into our soil with our plants, or into our pots. Probably 3 holes to be exact. And third step is you're going to drop the seeds into each little hole. So I will also give you those seeds when we're ready at completing this step. Step 4 is you're going to cover the holes back with some soil. And the 5th final step is we're going to sprinkle some water onto our soil. So, as you guys know, after we complete all of these steps, we'll line them up on our windowsill so that they can also get sunlight, and we'll track them over the weeks. Now, next, I just wanted you guys to see it. This is how we are going to track our plants. So I will print you all out one of these sheets and you'll put your name on it. And week by week, we're going to track how tall our plants are growing. We're going to make sure that they have the necessary sunlight, water, and that their soil is filled correctly, okay? So again, this is our first lesson into this unit. I'm so excited to go over our plants and the life cycle that is involved. If you guys have any questions after watching this video, make sure you come to class ready and have them prepared for me. I can't wait to see you guys.